Hello everyone, it's Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. I am trying to knit this brown. I'm determined to get this brown cardigan finished because I've got the back and one of the fronts, and I've put the pocket on, and I put a little video up on my other channel showing how I put the pocket on. But I'm determined to get this. I don't even know how long I've been on with this cardigan. When I started it, I'll have to check up on some of my videos, might tell me when I started it. But I'm having such a lot of trouble seeing the stitches. You know, it's such a miserable day. Yesterday was terrible. It was dark all day. And it's the same today. It's not quite as dark, but it is another miserable day. And I'm trying to knit this because I knit things like this in the morning. And I thought I want to get this cardigan done, but I just having so much trouble seeing the stitches. I think I'm going to have to, I do have a ring light. I think I'm going to have to bring it in and shine it down onto my hands when I'm knitting, because I need good daylight to knit colours like this, and I just can't. And then with it being more stitch, I have to make sure I'm doing the right stitch. I hate the winter. We do get days like this in the summer as well though, but that's the trouble. I'll finish that row. But I am making my video today because I am bragging, and I feel like I've got something in my eye. I have to take my... You know, when something's irritating your eye, it feels like there's something there, but there's nothing there. It still feels like there's something on my eyelash, or maybe something on my eyelash, I don't know, but it's irritating me. I'll put that down for a minute. Oh, it's still... It's not often you see me without my glasses on. I can't even see myself without my glasses on. Putting them back on. Anyway, I'm bragging again. I am on 5,000 subscribers on this channel. I was just bragging on my other channel. I got to 2,000. I'm on 5,000 on this one. So I'd just like to thank all my lovely subscribers, all my old ones and all my new ones. That's keep it going all this time and getting more and more. Each time I look, there's more subscribers on. But anyway, I finished. This for my eye is still irritating me. I finished this this little pouch for my granddaughter, and I'll be posting that. I'll probably, depending on the weather. It's actually not raining, but if it rains I'll be driving over to the post office, but if it doesn't I'll be walking over. So I'll be posting this for Charlotte. And I don't know about when I do this pattern, I'd go around in circles. I don't join it. And I've noticed something. If you look really close at the pattern, see this is the line of the pattern, and follow it down, it twists. For some reason, when you go around in circles like that, it twists. You know, it slants, more like slants. It's not actually twisted, it slants for some reason. So I think I'm going to have to start, maybe try doing a join and see whether that doesn't happen, because I don't actually like that, the way it's going like that. But anyway, this is finished for Charlotte, and zip on. And a lining, just a plain lining. I had it was a lining for a cushion cover my sister made me years, probably about over 30 years ago. I'm sure it was before I came into this house, and I've been in this house well over 30 years now, and she made these in my other house. And my sister Linda, that's my youngest sister, she was an upholsteress in her younger days and her working days. And she made me some cushions. Well, I like 3 cushions on my settee and one each on the chair, but she only made me 4, and I got annoyed. And I said to her at the time, Linda, I like 3 cushions on my settee. And she gave me the, she says, she says, fill it up yourself. She said, I'll give you the material, you can make the other one yourself. That's sisters for you. But anyway, that's going to be posted off to Charlotte sometime today. It's awkward to do. We're trying to do a little tassel on this end of the zip, you know, and it's awkward. You kind of get the wool through the little hole on the zip, but it's just best anyway. So that's going to get posted off. That's something that's sorted. And then I have another lady reminded me a little while ago. She was a mother of one of my next door neighbours who moved away, and had asked me to do some couple of little baby cardigans and a little blanket for a doll's pram, which I did a little while ago, and I forgot. She'd come up from Wales to what she was stopping with her daughter, and she asked me to do another little blanket for a pram. Well, I couldn't get it done in time for her going back down home, and I forgot all about it, and she messaged me and see if I had that blanket done. So it looks like that's something else I'm going to have to do before I get started on other things as well. But I do want to get like this this finished, because I have been on with it. I think I've been on with it for months actually. I think I started it a long time ago. But I was supposed to go to my granddaughter's this morning. She messaged me. I was just on my way out to bingo last night, and she messaged me and asked me if I would look after little Eddie. Well, I call him Motor Mouth, because you know his mouth's just the whole time, he never shuts up. She said apparently he had been at school and had a bit of a temperature, so the school decided that he couldn't come in, which would be today, Friday. But she messaged me this morning. They must have had a change of heart and allowing him in, so she said not to worry, I didn't have to come down, and or either I could either go down there or she could bring him up here. But I said it was easier to go down to hers because he had all his toys. He's got a lot of toys now at my house, but he's got all his own things he plays with all the time at his own house. So that was something I didn't have to do. And I was at bingo last night, and my friend actually won a line. We got all of £5 between us, so we came home £2.50 richer. Well, not richer actually, because it only paid for our drink that we had. But she was so excited because she got that one line. Said, I'm not bothered whether I win the line. I says, for £5 it's the house I like. But I think we were waiting for one number for nearly every single house, and it just never happened. But the drive up there was horrendous. The rain was pouring down. Even before I got onto the A1, there was such a lot of traffic, because I leave the house at 6:30, and I don't know whether it's a lot of people coming out of work at that time, but there always seems to be a lot of traffic on the road. And the lights the cars coming towards me were blinding me, that which they do anyway, but with the rain it was even worse. And then you couldn't see the road very well with the rain, because the road was black with the rain, so it was just so dark. And then when I got onto the A1, the spray off the other cars, I couldn't see a thing. I could hardly see where I was going. I was glad. It was a relief when I got to where I was going to pick my friend up, and it was a bit of an easier drive. There wasn't so many cars on the road up to the club that we go to. But we got there anyway in one piece. It wasn't so bad coming home, because there's not as many cars on the road when I'm coming home, even though it was still raining and the road was still black, because it just looks black when it's raining, you know, and it's very hard to see. But it was still pouring, the rain was still pouring down, and but it was quite okay coming back, because like I'm seeing, there wasn't many cars blinding me on the way back, so I was happy about that. But I told my friend, I says, if this weather keeps up like this and these dark nights. I says I do not like driving in the dark with the other car lights blinding you. So I might give Thursdays up. She wasn't too happy, but I'm telling her it's just me taking a risk. And I have one of those watches that tells you what your heart thing and all that is, and I checked it when I got to my friend and my heart rate was right up, so it must have been the driving up on the A1 that shot my blood pressure up, I think, worrying, you know, trying to see where I was going with the spray coming off the other cars. And if a car, I tried to stay as far back away from the car so the car, I didn't get the spray, but if you got something overtaking you and the spray off that, and it was just terrible. I'm glad we don't get weather like this all the time. It's, you know, we do get a lot of rain and that, but it's not usually this bad. But anyway, I'm going to get back to my knitting. And you know, the only time I'm recording on my laptop again, the only time I can record on my laptop is when we have rotten miserable weather and the sun's not shining through my living room. I don't have any trouble with the autofocus. Maybe it's just a little bit now and again, but when the sun's shining, everything is just goes bright and dark and bright and dark. The least movement like this, if I was moving my hands, it would come over bright on the screen. And so it's the sunshine that affects the autofocus on the computer. I've even tried turning the computer so the back of it is facing the window, but it still doesn't seem to make any difference. It just seems to be the how light the room is. I've tried, even when the sun's shining, I've tried shutting my curtains, but it doesn't seem to make any difference. It's just funny, I have to put up with it. But anyway, that's it for now. I'm getting back to what I'm trying to do here now. So thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you another time. So bye for now.